Curse of Strahd contains darker themes and mature subject matter. Viewer discretion is advised. Well, hello there, and welcome to episode 6 of Curse of Strahd versus the Amen. Not only am I joined with the greatest group of role players and D&D players this world has ever seen. Yep, that's right. Wow. I said it. We've got pictures. That's exactly why we invited you. And Lee's got all sorts of goodies that he could just show. Like you had a picture of Yoda.
Oh yeah, I got everything. There you go.
You got everything. You got Yoda back there.
Yoda, I got Ray Renault. I got We're all on fire now. And now it's just someone just telling us to stop doing this. We need to get it done with the game. All right, this is everything we need.
That's how Lee not so subtly tells us the intro went too long.
Hold on. There's a lot of buttons.
That's right. I'm into the swirling vortex.
Here we go. Okay. That is all, folks.
But
tune in next week.
We're recording this on one of my favorite and funniest days of the year, which is Dingus Day. And it's the day after Easter. And for those of you who are not familiar with what Dingus Day is, it's kind of like the post version of Lent that Mardi Gras is. So Lent is a time of fasting and, putting the flesh under to listen to your heart, to devote yourself to the Lord. And so afterwards, naturally, there's a ceremony in which the boys go around and douse the girls with water and then take pussy willow branches and spank them with it.
Wow, this is a crazy story. What is this?
This is actually a thing. Look it up. Google it. Dingus Day. Dyngus. It's a Polish Christian tradition.
This is your favorite day of the year?
I think it's just the funniest. It's my favorite day of the year. What does that say about me? You can let me know in the comment section.
Dude, what is this craziness?
Talk about getting pussy whipped.
Exactly. See? So yes, it's a real day. Google it. The wiki, the last I saw today, substituted the word tap for spank because I guess you can't just say that anymore. I don't know. But either way, in the words of Tevier, tradition. That's what it is. It's tradition.
Good Lord. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh man. What's going on with Polish people of just I'm imagining that somebody's playing a ridiculous song on an accordion and people are just going around spanking each other. That's what they get up to.
Yeah, they just want to take out their pierogies and their kielbasas and
whoa
get the most out of their day.
What is happening?
Yes. I feel like we're going to get the on fire or stop sign soon.
I think
No. I would never do that. Crazy.
I'm going to get canceled before I'm even famous.
Oh my God.
Join the club.
All right. I just want to keep in mind that this is who's talking right now. This man eats dice. All right. Look, he's thinking about it. He's considering. Oh, there it goes. Caught on camera. This man eats dice. That's who's talking to you right now. So just keep that in mind.
That's
Jake. Jake really lives D&D.
He sure does.
He consumes D&D content like you couldn't believe.
Yes. That's right. And I think that before we jump into this, the recap, I think we could show a little commercial about our good friend Lee over at youtube.com/@thiscrits. Our very own Lee, who plays Gar Vochizar, scaled Mount Kilimanjaro, and is as Irish as they come, also has his own YouTube channel dedicated entirely to making D&D fun again. Highly imitated, never duplicated. You will laugh, learn, and enjoy his content. So head to youtube.com/@thiscrits and subscribe today.
I got a commercial?
Yeah. I tried to put a little one commercial early.
Oh.
I feel like if you give
But real
too
question.
many,
Goobers?
Yeah.
S tier candy?
Chocolate
Yes?
covered peanuts? Yeah.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
You guys are all so
Keep it simple.
old.
You talked about Raisinets. You're calling me old?
I didn't say I
Okay,
liked Raisinets.
Lee
What
has a
the-
point right
You brought
I didn't
up
say I
Raisinets
liked
in a
them. That was
conversation.
solid.
You brought it
Time
up,
out.
and there is not much
All right.
more an old people
Okay.
candy
Let's-
than Raisinets, unless you're to
No.
pull out one of those
What is
Butcher's
older?
originals.
There is
Yours?
one candy. There is one candy that is the oldest of movie theater candies.
Peanuts.
The snow
Thick as
cap.
peanuts.
Snowcap's pretty solid. I'll give it Snowcap. Yep.
Take a shit. Those things are god awful.
Yeah, they are.
Whoa! I can't be on this. You're calling Snowcaps god awful? Do you have a
Oh.
soul? What is
I would
wrong with
eat
you? Next thing
40
you're gonna say is
pounds of
Jolly Ranchers and
Raisinets.
jump off a cliff. What is wrong with you?
Jolly Ranchers, most of the flavors make me cough.
I bet you like black licorice, huh?
Just maybe a little bit, but
Soulless,
I prefer
absolutely
fruit licorice.
soulless people I'm playing D&D with right now.
I do want to say, just, you know, I know we're getting off the rails here, but goobers are in fact older than Raisinets. They were introduced in 1925, while Raisinets were
No,
introduced
see,
in
you're
1927.
misunderstanding something.
You're thinking
It's
the
not
2-year
how
difference.
it is not how old the candy has been around. It is what the candy is associated with. Raisinets are an old people's candy.
It's true.
I hate to
Snowcaps
break
are
this
the
to you
oldest.
guys.
It's just like Werther's Originals.
Goobers are also an old people's candy.
Whoa,
You
okay,
guys
all
are
in the
as a
same
comment
boat here.
Right now, comments
I'm a
right
goofy
now.
goober.
What do you think? Is it Goobers an old people candy or are Raisinets the more old people candy? And tell me why Josh is wrong, because we all know he's crazy. Okay?
I want to
Let's
remind
get into the game. Get into the game.
who are
I'm
commenting.
angry now.
It's
Okay?
not this or that. It's this and that. They are both
Oh,
old.
they're both
Significant.
They're
No,
both firmly there.
There is a this and that because
Yeah,
one
that
is
would
like
make a way for
Yoda old, aka me, and the
Goober.
other one is just like
Nope, don't you go there.
millennial old.
I was gonna say, don't go there. I thought you were gonna
wasn't.
make a J. Cole joke. Okay.
No.
I'm the resident.
Catching strays.
No, I just said millennial old. You know,
Fair enough.
like there's a complete difference. One's your
Jake's the only
grandparents
one of us
old,
who's
and
not
one's
millennial old.
One's me old.
Oh my god. He's comparing like a beater 1977 like friggin' Chevy Cheyenne to like a
I made the cut by
2000s.
19 days. Okay.
and I'll tell you the reason. One of the reasons why is Raisinets don't have that redeeming quality. Even if goobers are slightly older, they have the time-tested, true, still to this day,
This is it.
salty chocolate that goes together. And that right there is just, undefeated and is always a classic. Raisins? Who wants trash gum goo, like disgusting, covered by
Old
chocolate?
people want it.
It
Old
doesn't make it
people
good.
want it.
All right.
Exactly,
Is it-
because that's what their
Here's-
dentures can handle. They don't, even
here's
have,
where
to-
your-
they don't even have to have
No,
their
no, no.
dentures in.
Here's where
They
your
can
argument
just
falls
gum the
apart.
raisins to death.
So those like
You can't do that
acai
with
and
peanut.
blueberry chocolate dipped
Oh,
candies.
yeah. Oh my
Yeah,
god,
those
Raisinets
things
have
are
to walk,
absolutely
those could
amazing.
Fly.
Basically Raisinets, just with different berries on the inside. Raisins are the worst dried like fruit.
Okay,
Raisins,
so here
like,
we go.
they're
Now
the
we
ones
gotta go
that
into
started
another
it, and
level
they're
of this.
awful.
Because are acai berries or whatever the heck they are associated with old people? No. If you go get like one of those little red box of raisins, I don't know
Yeah.
anyone under the age of 70 that buys those
Raisinets are
things.
yellow.
Okay. No, not
There we
Raisinets. I mean literally like a box of raisins.
Like a box of sun-kissed raisins.
Yeah, son. I couldn't even remember the name.
Every
because it's
kid's
old people
favorite
food.
Halloween treat.
There's
the box of
there's
raisins.
someone in my neighborhood that gives them out, and the kids are
Listen, the California raisins is the only thing that made raisins cool, and even then, I mean, come on, they were raisins.
There we
Hey,
go.
I think we spent a lot of time on this, but
You're losing the argument. That's why you want to move on.
I know. I think Nooch destroyed the argument when he brought in the acai.
You can't just say you think he destroyed it and not bring anything to the
Well,
table. You
we
just,
need,
oh,
we
you know,
need, we
I
need
think
proof in
Michael
the
won.
comments section.
Well,
Let's
I
let
would
them
just like
decide.
to wish Goobers, the old people candy, a happy 100th birthday. And I
Hitting
think
triple
we can,
digits does.
we can continue.
Old
Yeah.
candy does not equate to old people candy. There is you are literally taking apples comparing to oranges. You're comparing numbers to letters. They're not the same thing, Mr. Joshua Tabletop. I'm gonna kick this table over and start D&D right now because I'm angry.
Lee, do you have battle caps to go with your
Bottle
goobers?
cap, holy snot. Wow, that one made me feel pretty old. Okay.
Well, on that note, I guess we're gonna jump into the recap.
Wow, bottle caps. The root beer flavor is not that bad, but everything else is pretty trash.
I don't know. The grape one was good.
Yeah.
I really have no idea how to transition on that one, but I do love seeing Michael come alive in a good argument. He's usually so quiet, but he gets passionate about candy.
Listen, Snickers have been around for 95 years. That's not an old person's candy.
Ooh,
You know,
destroyed.
And M&Ms have been around for 84 years. That's not an old person's candy. It's not about how long the candy's been around. It's what they're associated with.
Wax
And
lips
for the
are
record-
old people's candy.
For the record, I made the millennial cut by 19 days, but when we last left off,
Oh, so you are an old millennial.
I am an old millennial, yes. But when we last left off, we had the Amen. We're whisked away to the land of Barovia via this weird, creepy, mysterious fog. Everybody is like confused as to what's going on. They see these buttresses or maybe wattresses, and they go through them, and here they are. They're in this village that looks abandoned at nighttime. There's these creepy kids outside this old house, and they're asking for help. They learn a little bit about the Durst family, and they come to realize that it seems like these kids are probably dead, and I don't really know what's happening here. They go to find this monster in the dungeon level of the house. And lo and behold, their friend Aurelion bites the big one. Or perhaps more accurately, had big ones bitten out of him by ghouls. Yeah,
I don't like that.
it's actually pretty gross in more ways than one.
Looks like a wilted raisinette now.
Well, charred. Okay.
I guess charred.
Yeah, not Swiss chard, but anyways,
Jeez.
after figuring out what would be best to do with that, the group brings Aurelion's body outside, do their best Qui-Gon Jinn impersonation, light him on fire, and they decide to go back into the house to honor Aurelion's desire to resolve and defeat whatever evil goings on is happening therein. They try to rest. It's becomes very clear that they're not going to be able to rest. And they make their way down to what might be the summit of this dungeon, if you will, because after defeating a couple of ghasts, finding the ghouls that ran away, they go down the stairs, and the chanting that they had heard in this dungeon the whole time begins to come into focus, hearing a dozen or so voices saying over and over again, "He is the ancient. He is the land." So let's move over to the map.
He is the ancient.
I know we have
He is the ancient.
I
He is
believe
the land.
Tarsus.
He is the
Yeah,
land.
Tarsus stepped
He is the
forward
land.
and was into
He is the
this
ancient.
new room.
He is the land.
Castiel and Gar are not
He is
far
the ancient.
behind.
He is the land.
But in each of these alcoves,
He is the land.
there
He
seems
is
to
the
be
ancient.
what
He is the
could very
land.
easily
He
be
is the ancient.
relics
He is the land. He is the ancient.
stored around the room.
He is the ancient. He is
While
the
in the
land.
background,
He is
keep
the
in mind,
He is
you're
the
hearing
land.
this creepy, he is the ancient, he is the land.
He is the ancient.
So let's
He is
start
the
with
land.
Tarsus.
He is the ancient.
Tarsus,
land.
you
He is the ancient.
You've seen some stuff today,
He is the land.
if you could call it today,
He is the land.
and now you've walked into this
He is the land.
creepy
He is
room.
the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient.
What's going through Tarsus's mind?
He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient.
Tarsus is just thinking about
He is
like
the ancient. He is the land. He is
just-
the ancient. He is the land.
what
He is the ancient.
what's
He is
next?
the
You know,
land.
like
He is
we've
the ancient.
we've
He is the
encountered
land.
a
the
ghost.
ancient.
We or
He is the
not
land.
necessarily a ghost, but to
He is the
Tarsus,
ancient.
a
He
ghost.
is the land.
We've
He is the
encountered
ancient. He
undead,
is the land.
animated
He is the
armor,
ancient.
probably for the
He is
first
the
time he's
land.
ever fought that.
He is the ancient. He is the land.
Insects
ancient.
or
He is
bugs
the land.
that
He is the ancient.
were
He is
big
the
enough
land.
and strong enough to cause
He is the
real
ancient.
lasting
He is the
damage.
land.
There's been
He
so
is the
much
ancient.
going on,
He is the land.
and he's just kind of
He
like,
is the ancient.
all
He is
right,
the land.
let's just
He
keep
is the
moving
ancient.
forward.
He is the land.
That's kind of
He
where
is the
he's at. He's
ancient.
like, let's just,
He is the
we
land.
just got to move forward.
He is the ancient. He is the land.
Yeah.
He is the ancient.
So here we
He
are.
is the land. He is the ancient. He
Keep
is
moving
the
on.
land. He is the ancient.
What do you guys want to
He is
do?
the land.
Tarsus
He
will
is
just
the
kind of
ancient. He is the
slowly
land. He
move,
is the
try to get a
ancient.
look at
He is the land.
whatever's
He is
down
the
that other
ancient.
hallway.
He is the land. He is the ancient.
How much is his dark
He
vision?
the
Is
land.
60 feet?
He is the
30 feet?
ancient.
60 feet.
He is the land.
I think
He
everybody's
is the
60 now.
ancient. He is the land.
Yep.
He is
I
the
would
ancient.
say
He
you
is
would
the
normally be able to
ancient.
get a little farther
He is the
there,
ancient.
but
He is
it's
the
kind of like
land.
a down ramp, which
He
would
is
kind
the
of make
ancient.
that difficult.
He is
But
the
it looks
land.
like there's some water
He is the
and a
ancient.
portcullis.
He is the land.
So
He
it's
is the
like this
ancient.
area is like kind
He
of
is the
closed.
land. He is the ancient. He is the land.
Yeah, yeah.
He is the ancient. He
Okay.
is the land.
There's a portcullis
He is the
blocking you
ancient.
from going that way.
He
Yeah.
is the land.
Yeah.
He is the ancient.
And in
And
this room,
oh, in this area here.
He
Sorry,
is
that
the
was
ancient. He is the
looks like it
land.
turns
He
around
is the ancient.
and bends around
He is the
to
land. He
the
is
north.
ancient. He is the land.
What's over in that one down
He is the
there?
ancient. He is the
Castiel's
land.
asking
He
you,
is the
Tarsus.
Sorry.
ancient. He
No,
is
it's
the
okay.
land. He is the ancient. He is the land.
looks like
He is the ancient. He is the land.
goes down
He is the ancient.
and
it's blocked off
by
He is the ancient. He is the
Does it
land.
sound like the sound is coming? Which hallway does it sound like the sound is coming from?
He is the ancient.
If I had to
He is the
try to
land.
guess.
He is the ancient.
Yeah, I'm actually. I wouldn't make you roll for it, especially if you just kind of stood in the middle of the room. Like Tarsus can tell, it's definitely coming from the area with the water.
He is the land. He
Like
is
you
the
still
ancient.
hear it. It's loud, but like you just if you're standing there and you just like, yep, this is the sound. Okay,
He
yep.
is the ancient. He is
And
the
those
ancient.
alcoves each has like
He
little
is the ancient.
trinkets
He
of
is
some
the
kind or another
He is the ancient.
in there.
He is the land. He is the
Does it
ancient.
look like the water's flowing at all?
He is the ancient.
No.
He is the land.
It looks
He
pretty
is the ancient. He is
stagnant.
the land. He is
We're
the
gonna walk
ancient.
into still
He is the
water,
land.
the bottom of a
He is
house.
the ancient. He
What
is
could
the
go
land.
wrong?
He is the ancient. He is the land. He is
Clearly
the
nothing.
ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land.
I mean, that's where the sound sounds like it's coming from. I feel like that's where we've got to go.
He is the land.
That's
He is the ancient.
as
He is the land.
creepy as
He
it
the
is.
ancient. He is the land.
Should we try to see if we can open up the portcullis?
He is the land.
And that was a very
He is
global
the
we.
ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient.
Yeah,
He
I'm
is
in
the
agreement.
land. He is the ancient. He is the
I
land.
think
He
Tarsus
is
would
the
start
ancient.
looking around
He
the
is the
room,
land.
trying to see if there's
He is the
anything,
ancient. He is the
um,
land. He is the ancient.
any sort
He
of
is the
like
land.
lever or
He is the ancient. He
I
is
don't know,
the land.
chain,
He
pulley
is the
system,
ancient.
anything.
He is the land. He is the ancient.
Yeah, really
He
all
is
the only thing of note that you can find
He is
in
the
this
ancient.
room is just
He
the
is the land.
whatever trinkets
He is the
there are
ancient.
here. I don't know if you
He
want
is
to take
the
a closer look or not,
He is the
but
ancient. He is the
um,
land. He is
outside
the
of that, you
ancient.
just have those two
He is the
paths
land.
to continue.
He is the ancient.
I'll look at the
He is
trinkets.
the land. He is the ancient.
Okay.
He is the land.
I will just
He is
kind of
the
read what they
ancient.
are here.
He is the land. He is
There
the ancient.
is, in no
He is the
particular
land.
order, a small
He is the
mummified
ancient.
yellow
He is
hand
the
with
land.
sharp claws
He is the
on a loop
ancient.
of rope.
He is the land. He is the ancient.
There's a knife
He
that
is the
seems to be
land.
carved
He is the ancient.
from bone.
He is the land. He is the ancient.
There is a dagger
He
with
is
a
the
rat
land.
skull set
He
into
is
the pommel.
ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient.
There looks to be an 8-inch diameter varnished orb made of some creature's eye.
He is the land.
I have no idea what this word is. Nooch, if you do, please let me know. An aspergillum carved from bone.
He is the ancient.
There's a folded cloak that looks to be stitched from some kind of
He is the ancient.
long dead skin.
He is the ancient. He is the land.
Aspergillium.
He is the land.
It is the implement used for sprinkling holy water.
He is the land.
Ooh.
He is
So
the
Castiel and Tarsus would definitely recognize that, I would say.
Ancient. He is the land.
So something
He
like
is the
that carved from
ancient.
bone.
He is the land. He is the ancient.
There's a
He is the
desiccated
land.
frog
He is the
lashed to a
ancient.
stick.
He is the land. He is the
There's a
ancient.
bag
He is
filled
the
with
land. He
something.
is the ancient. He is the land.
There seems to
He
be
is the
a
ancient.
very
He is
long
the land.
finger of some
He is the
kind.
ancient. He is
And
the
with
land.
all of
He
the
is the ancient. He is the land.
recent talk
He
of
is the
hags,
ancient. He is the land.
both Tarsus and Castiel
He is the ancient.
think it is possible
He is the
this
land.
could be the finger of
He
a
is the
hag.
ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient.
I'm so bummed
He is the
because when I was listing off
He
all
is
the
the
things that
ancient.
we've seen,
He is
I
the
meant to
land.
say hag as a
He is
joke,
the ancient.
and I forgot to.
He is the land.
Nice.
He is the ancient. He is the land.
There's a 6-inch tall wooden figurine of a mummy. Its arms are crossed over its chest.
He is the ancient.
There's an iron pendant adorned with a devil's face.
He is the land.
I almost said a shuriken, but the shrunken, shriveled head of a halfling.
He is the ancient.
And there's a small wooden coffer that is also containing
He
something.
is the ancient.
So there's a bag and a coffer. Other than that, everything that I read,
He is the land. He is the ancient.
that's all the
He is
items.
land. He is the
Tarsus is
ancient.
gonna say like, let's
He
hold
is
on a
the
sec.
ancient.
Let's
He is the
move
land.
back.
He
From
is the
where are
ancient.
the things,
He is the land.
Jake?
Like the bag and the coffer?
He is the
Yeah,
land.
where's all that stuff?
He is the ancient.
Oh,
He is the
you
land.
could pick.
He
I
is the
can't tell from the
ancient.
map, so you can just
He is
pick
the
2.
land. He is
Oh
the
yeah, I'm gonna
ancient.
call it like
He is the land.
in this corner
He
or
is the
this kind of
ancient.
area.
He is the land.
I would
He
say
is
like
the
let's move
ancient.
over to this side of the
He is
room
the land.
and use
He
my
is the
mage hand.
ancient. He is the land.
Mage hand.
He is the ancient.
And
He is the land.
with the mage
He
hand,
is the ancient.
the first
is the
item I
land.
will pick up.
He is the ancient.
Unless does anybody
He is the
have
land.
something they want to before
He
I
is the
just start
ancient.
doing
He is
things?
the land. He is the ancient. He is the
No,
land.
you can just start
He
doing
is the
things.
ancient.
All right.
He is the land.
It's Dingus
Uh,
Day.
He is the ancient. He is
So
the land.
Tarsus
He
will
is the ancient. He is the
use
land.
his mage hand.
He
The
is
mage
the
hand will
ancient.
kind of like,
He is the land.
you know,
He
move all
is
the fingers
ancient.
around a little bit
He
and
is the
then
land.
drop down,
He is the ancient.
pick
He is
up
the land.
the
He is the ancient.
shrunken halfling head, bring it over to Gar, and then he'll say, "Say hello to my little friend."
He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the
I know this isn't the.
ancient. He is the land. He is the
Nooch
ancient.
is gone.
He is the land.
That's a fun one. That was funny.
He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient.
I know I
That's
didn't
quality.
do this the last time you cast Mage Hand, but
He is the ancient.
it
He
looks
is the
like
land. He is the
skeletal
ancient.
instead of
Man.
what it normally looks like.
He is the
It's so
ancient.
disappointing because it normally looks like a Mickey Mouse glove.
He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land.
Josh,
It's the
you've been working real
skeleton
hard.
version of
Tarsus has inspiration again.
Oh wow, thank you. But he'll put the halfling head back down and try to open the coffer.
He is the ancient. He
Yeah,
is
the coffer opens easy enough,
He is the ancient.
and it looks like there's some kind
He is
of
the
dried
He is the land.
meat, but
is the
it's a little
ancient.
far away to
He
tell
is
what
the
it could
land.
be.
He is the
Yeah.
ancient.
I would like
He
to
is
open
the
the
land.
bag next.
He is the ancient. He
Yep.
is the land. He is the ancient.
It looks like
He
there's
is
a
the
bunch of
land. He is
I
the
believe,
ancient. He is the
square
land.
pellets.
He is the ancient. He is the land.
Square
He is the
pellets?
ancient. He is the
Mhm.
land. He is the ancient. He is the land.
Tell me more about what you mean by
is the ancient.
pellets.
He is
Like
the
I'll
Or
bring
cube-
one of the
cube-like,
pellets
I
over.
should
He is the
say.
ancient.
All right,
He
is it like a
He is the ancient. He is
Like-
the land.
like
Like a
He
D6,
is the ancient.
like those size.
He is the land.
okay? Is it like something that like ammunition for like some sort of like sling or something like that, or is it like a food pellet?
Certainly
Like,
not.
what are
He
we?
is the ancient. He is the land.
No, it does look like it's probably organic in nature, but definitely not like ammunition.
He is the ancient.
Bones?
He is the
More bones?
No, no.
He is the ancient.
How like I don't know how close you are too, because like with the mage hand and how cautious you.
Oh,
may
I
or may
would
not
brought
be
it.
too, so-
I brought one of the pellets
Okay.
closer. Yeah.
He is the ancient. He is
Um,
the land.
Yeah, it looks like.
He is the ancient.
Give me
He is
give me an intelligence check or an arcana check. Actually,
He is the ancient. He is the
you're
land.
you yeah.
He is the ancient.
Makes sense.
He is the land.
Looks like jerky.
He is the ancient. He
7.
is the land. He is
Mm.
Starting the night off strong.
Not entirely sure. Is Gar looking at this too?
Sure, why not?
I would say Gar could make a check on this one as well. Arcana.
He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the ancient.
A 13. And you can just say yes or no.
DC was 10.
Okay.
He is the ancient.
Oh, that's.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
think that's like.
He is the land. He
I
is
think
the
that's
ancient.
just like jerky of some kind.
He is the
Okay.
ancient. He is the land. He is the
In a house
ancient.
like this, I bet you it's people.
He is the
Yeah,
ancient.
wait.
He is the
I wouldn't eat it.
He is the ancient.
I definitely wouldn't eat it.
The mage hand inches it closer to Gar's mouth.
He is the ancient. He is the land.
I'll take his little friend and throw it at him.
Here comes the airplane.
He is the land. He is the ancient.
What's an airplane?
Yeah, no, he doesn't say that.
Here
Here
comes the
comes the
bumblebee.
airship.
He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient.
They might be useful.
He is the ancient. He is the land.
It might be
He
useful.
is the ancient.
Yeah, I think that's a spell component of some kind, generally speaking.
Was that Batguino?
Yeah.
He is the ancient.
Okay.
He is the land. He is the
I think
ancient.
they're cube shaped, if I'm not mistaken.
He is the
mistaken.
ancient. He is the land.
I think they're
I,
cubes.
the fact that you think you know that is already more knowledge than I would ever have of Batguano.
He is the
So-
ancient. He is the land.
Well,
He is the ancient.
now it's
Really
knowledge that
detail you
share.
forget.
He is the ancient.
Is it knowledge? I don't know. It's
He is the ancient. He is
potentially knowledge. Neither
It's
none of us know.
He is the ancient.
It's information one way or
He is
another.
the ancient. He
Um,
is the land. He is the ancient.
All right. I mean,
He is the ancient.
do we?
He is the
What's the
ancient.
point of all
He is
this?
the land. He
I
is
don't know.
the
He's ancient. He is the land. I think it's pretty clear what the point of this is. Some sort of worship, right?
Oh, or this is like a treasure
He
room.
is the ancient. He is the
The mage hand picks up
Artifacts that
the
he's gathered.
He is the
picks up the finger,
He is the ancient. He is
points to Gar,
He is the
and says,
He is the land. He is the ancient.
"Not the point of the singing, the point of this." And the finger points to the
He is the ancient.
to all the
He is
items.
the ancient. He is the land.
Yeah.
He is the ancient.
Yeah. Obviously, it seems like some sort of worship. Would it? Right? No.
He is the ancient.
Some sort of crazy cult worship
He is
stuff.
the ancient. He is
It's
the
like it could be
He is the
finger of a
ancient.
hag.
He is the ancient.
Let the silence linger.
He is the ancient.
Does anything else in here
He is the ancient.
make sense to things that we've
He is
talked
the
about
ancient. He
in
is
the
land.
campaign?
He is the ancient. He
And this
the
is
land.
more like a little bit of table talk and also Castiel thinking.
Sure, yeah.
Just
He is the ancient. He is the land. He
So
is the
Lee, I mean, a while ago, Gar grabbed some tomes.
He is the land.
I think you have that information
He is the
there.
ancient.
I think if
He is the land. He is the ancient.
maybe there could be something there, but
He is the ancient.
I mean, everything about this place is just creepy and dark, and
He is the ancient. He is the land.
I mean, it's
He is the ancient. He is the land.
makes sense how, you know, like
He is the land.
it fits the
He is
vibe,
the ancient. He is the land.
like for sure.
He is the ancient. He is the land.
Um,
He is the ancient. He is the land.
but there's definitely an element of nothing making
He is
sense
the land. He
and
is the
everything
ancient.
making sense
He is
from a
the
certain
land.
point of view.
He is the ancient.
honestly, I couldn't tell you what the purpose of this is, Tarsus. Clearly, this is
He is the land.
not the work of a sane individual.
He is the land.
We move like all the artifacts around off that table.
He is the land.
Is there anything else
He is the
that we
ancient.
missed?
He
Any
is the land. He is the
any
ancient.
sort of
He is the
mechanism to work
Like
the
weights or
portcullis?
some weighted thing.
He is the land.
Yeah, no buttons, no levers, no.
He is the land. He is the ancient.
No response with the weight of the artifact off the table.
He is the ancient.
No, just the only thing over and over again is he is the ancient. He is the land.
He is the land.
Hey, can I pick up the like orb that was made? Looks like an eye or whatever you said.
He is
Mhm.
the ancient. He is the land.
And I'm gonna look. Can I? Is it literally like an eye, or is it like an orb, or like a crystal orb, or anything, or just a?
He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the
Um, it's varnished. It's a varnished orb, and
Okay.
He is the ancient. He is the
could be an eye.
He is the ancient. He is the
Kind of think of like one of those cat's eye marble things.
He is the land. He is the
Yeah.
ancient. He is the
And
land.
at closer inspection, I mean, the detail is either incredible
He is the ancient.
or naturally occurring.
He is the ancient. He
I'm
is
gonna
the
hand it
land.
to Tarsus.
He is the ancient.
And I'm gonna say,
He is the land.
here you go.
He is the ancient.
I figure you can use it to
He is
keep
the
an eye
land.
on me.
He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient.
He
is the land.
he'll laugh.
He is the ancient. He is the land.
This is the best room in the entire house.
I'm pretty sure I have some like guitar or something we could use to stick it to him if you wanted to.
He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the
Call me
ancient.
crazy.
He
I
is
think
the
I'm
land.
gonna see what's
He is the
behind
ancient.
door
He is
number
the land.
2.
He is
You
the
go
land.
down the
Crazy
left hall.
because
land.
wouldn't this be door number
He is the
1?
ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land.
And Castiel is following him at a.
He is the ancient. He is the land. He
I
is
should
the
say,
ancient.
like,
He is the
I
land.
don't always say this
He is
because
the
I feel
ancient.
like
He is the land.
it's assumed
He is
that
the ancient.
moving
He is the land.
cautiously,
He is the
looking
ancient.
around,
He is the land.
like
He is the ancient. He
trying
is
to
the
pay
land.
attention to anything like the this has never been stepped on. This clearly has been stepped on, like that kind of thing.
Yeah. You're in adventuring mode.
He is the ancient.
Yeah.
He is the land.
Yeah, I'm not gonna just like surprise you or
He is the ancient.
any of those kinds of
He is
things.
the land.
I didn't think you would, but
He is the land.
it's worth.
Good to
He
mention.
is the ancient. He is the land.
And
He
that
is the
people
ancient.
is how you
He
try
is
to
the land.
avoid issues with a DM or anything by
He is
Yeah,
the
stating up
Better
front.
to talk about
He
it.
is the land.
Yeah, better to talk about it than not.
He is the ancient.
We have passive
Music
scores for a
John.
reason, gentlemen.
He is the ancient. He
Sure.
is the land. He is the ancient.
Yeah, so like you
use
take
those?
a quick look.
He is the ancient. He is
I
the
probably
land.
use them less than most
He is
DMs.
the ancient.
Same.
He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land.
Yeah, so you peek around and it looks like
He is the ancient. He is
along
the land. He is the ancient.
hallway, and if you look around that corner, like
He is the
to the
ancient.
north side there, it looks like there is
He is the
and
land.
just like in the other room where there were skeletons kind of shackled to the wall, there's a skeleton
He is the ancient.
shackled to
He
the
is
wall there.
land. He is the
Any
ancient.
weapons on it?
He is the land.
No,
He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the
Um,
ancient.
and the metal's
I'm
kind of
gonna-
rusty at this point.
He is the ancient.
If I just
He
get
is
a
the land.
give a light
He
tug
is the ancient.
on the
He is the
on the
land.
shackles, does anything happen?
He is the ancient. He is the land.
No, it
He is
seems
the
like it's pretty
ancient.
firmly
He is the land.
fixed to the wall.
He is the ancient. He is the land.
Sounds like a
He
tambourine.
is the ancient.
I'll just
He
keep
is the
looking
land.
down.
He is the ancient. He is the
Yeah,
land.
and you just see a
He
lot
is
of the
the
same.
ancient. He is the
actually.
land. He is
Do we
the
hear
ancient.
Get
anything?
down to
He
here.
is the land. He is
No,
the
well, you
ancient.
still hear
He
the
is the land.
chanting,
He is the
But is
ancient.
it
and then
like
anything.
He is the land.
is it
He is the
quieter
ancient.
now that we have
He
left
is
the
the
other room?
He is the
I would say
ancient.
yes, it is
He
a
the
little bit
land.
quieter.
He is the ancient. He is the land.
Yeah,
He is
largely
the
you just
ancient. He
see
is the land. He is the ancient. He is
the
the
same
land.
stuff, and anywhere on the map where you see like those two like hook thingies, that's where
He is the
prisoners
ancient. He
and
is
such
the
have been
land.
shackled
He is the ancient.
and things like
He
that.
Is the land. He is the
I'm
ancient.
gonna put a little
He
ping
is the
here,
land. He is the ancient.
right here in this
He is the
area.
land. He is the
Hanging on the
ancient.
back wall of
He
this
is the
cell
land.
is a
He is
skeleton
the
in a
ancient.
tattered black
He is the
robe,
land. He is the ancient. He is the land.
which
He is the
seems to
ancient.
be
He is the land.
maybe
He
a
is the
little
ancient.
different
He is
than the
land.
others.
He
And
is
he's
the
got a
ancient.
gold ring on
He
one
is
of
the
his
land.
fingers.
He is the ancient.
Oh, we
He is the
found
land.
something shiny for
He is
you.
the ancient. He is the land.
Cool.
He He is the ancient.
Where?
He is the land. He is
This
the
isn't one
ancient.
of those
He is
traps
the
you want me to
land.
pull, right? You want
He is the ancient. He is the
Pull my
land.
finger. It's always
He
a
is
trap.
the
Yeah.
ancient.
I have
He
no
is the
idea.
land.
No,
He is the
I can
ancient.
mage
He
hand
is
it.
the land. He is the ancient. He is
Yeah, the ring comes off.
He is the ancient.
And
He is the land.
it's worth about
He is
25
the
gold if
ancient.
anyone wants to
He
add
is
that
the
to their
land.
inventory.
He is the ancient.
Nice.
He is the land.
I
Well,
guess-
that just leaves
He is the land.
one area
He is
left.
the ancient. He is the land.
ready for a swim.
He is the ancient.
I
He is
don't
the
know
land.
how to
He
swim.
is the ancient. He is the land.
Just
He is the
kidding.
ancient. He is the
I was
land.
gonna say, I was like, I'll use that. You give it to me, Michael.
He is the
I was
land.
born in the
He
woods.
is the land. He is the land. He is the
Yeah,
ancient.
I'll
He is the
go
land.
down,
He is the ancient.
feeling on the
He is the
walls and
land.
everything.
He is the
Anything
ancient.
to
He is the land. He is the ancient.
Like you're searching this area for like secret doors
He
or
is the ancient.
hidden
just like any
He is
sort
the
of
whatnots.
mechanism to
He is the
move the
Yeah.
portcullis.
He is the land.
I'd say make
He
a
is the
perception
ancient.
check.
He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land.
It's a little better.
He is the ancient. He is the
Uh,
land. He is
That's
the
13.
ancient. He is the land. He is the
Nothing
ancient.
stands
He is
out.
the
Just
land.
just more of the same. That like earth and clay and rock kind
He
of
is the land.
combination that
He
you've
is
seen
the
throughout the
ancient.
dungeon.
He is the land. He is the
Can
ancient.
we see through
He
the
is the
water, or
land.
is it like
He
murky?
is the ancient. He is
It's
the
kind of
land.
murky.
He is the
Uh,
ancient. He is the
I'm gonna
land.
put my mage
He
hand
is
in the water
ancient. He is the land. He
and
is the ancient. He is the
just
land.
kind of move it around
He is
down
the
there
ancient.
a little
He
bit.
is the
Does it
land.
feel any
He is
resistance
the
of
ancient.
any
He is the land.
any sort of
He is the ancient.
creatures or things, or does it
He is
die
the ancient.
immediately?
He is the land. He is the ancient.
No, I mean outside
He is
of
the
disturbing the
land.
water and
He
now
is the
seeing
ancient.
ripples
He is the land.
move forward,
He is the
Um,
ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient.
seems
He
like
is
the
land.
surface of the
He
water
is the ancient.
or surface of
He
the
is
ramp that
land.
you're on kind of just
He is
continues
the
down, and
ancient. He is the land. He
you're
is
not
the
like seeing like a
ancient.
lever or
He is
like
the
a
land.
button.
He is
I'll
the
get in.
ancient. He is the land.
How deep
That
is
Nice.
it?
water
He is the
monster and
ancient.
amnesia.
He is the land.
It's about
He is the
it says
ancient.
it's about
He is
2
the
feet
land.
deep, so
He is the
Oh.
ancient.
maybe about
He is
about
the
around
land.
to your knee or
He is
so.
the ancient. He is the land. He is the
And as
ancient.
soon as you get
He
to
is the
that
land. He is the
spot,
ancient. He is the
the
land.
chanting stops,
Hmm.
and it's like creepily quiet.
Good,
You know, like,
good, good.
reveal a little bit.
Hey, do you
more of
guys
the
hear
map.
that?
I don't hear anything. It went silent.
Yeah, I guess that's what I meant. Just a reminder that there is a monster in the basement, according to the children, right?
He is the anus. He is the damned.
So I'll just read the box text now. The chanting stops as you peer into this 40-foot square room. The smooth masonry walls provide excellent acoustics. Featureless stone pillars support the ceiling, and a breach in the west wall leads to a dark cave heaped with refuse. Murky water covers most of the floor. Stairs lead up to dry stone ledges that hug the walls, and in the middle of the room, more stairs rise to form an octagonal dais that also rises above the water. Rusty chains with shackles dangle from the ceiling directly above a stone altar mounted on the dais. The altar is carved with hideous depictions of grasping ghouls and is stained with dry blood.
Good.
And as you kind of, as Tarsus kind of sticks his nose and snout a little bit, it looks like there's a like a wheel or winch kind of a situation to
Can I
the
use-
south.
Can I use the mage hand to turn it?
That is a very good question. I will find the answer shortly.
Fair enough. As this looks like a boss.
I'm not in there yet, so
Yes, it's got all the hallmarks
You
of
know
a
what?
boss room.
As-
A central
as-
podium
as
and a big
boss.
pile of shit in the corner.
It doesn't necessarily say about strength, so I'm going to say yes. If you want to turn it with your mage hand, you can.
Yeah, but before I do that, I would actually back up, so I'm not standing in the water. What happens when we step out of the water?
Like, does the chanting start, like that kind of a thing?
Yeah.
No, no chanting. It's still quiet.
Okay.
There's a mechanism in there. I'm gonna try to turn it. Open the gate. Everyone ready?
Yep.
I don't know what this is, but it sure ain't pretty. I'll turn it.
There's like metal on metal screeching, but it uses almost about all of the force with your mage hand, and you hear, and it just starts to move, and the portcullis eventually lifts, and you can walk through if you want. Which, not that there was too much else to show, but pretty much what you would expect.
And we see nothing in here. Like, I'm looking up, looking around. How tall is the ceiling?
Ooh.
It's okay.
Who doesn't even say?
Because knowing the way D&D modules are, it's probably in the very beginning of the chapter.
There is a feature in there. That's fair. Thank you. Tall enough. Like over the dais is rusty chains that are dangling from the ceiling. So we'll say 20 feet high. Let's just go with that.
And is this area with like the broken wall just as high?
That's the dark cave that was heaped with refuse.
Yeah.
Oh, the height of the cave, you're saying? No, I would say that's more like maybe a little more than halfway, maybe 12, 13 feet, in that range.
Okay.
But like more naturally occurring.
What do you make of this?
There's no one here, yet there was chanting. I don't know what to make of this, other than evil.
Maybe they're shy.
Wouldn't be the first ghost we saw in the house.
Castiel kind of has like his short sword like out in front of him. Well, they should be.
I'm gonna throw a... Go ahead.
I would say, how wide are these pillars?
Maybe a little wider than the ones you've seen throughout the
But a person
dungeon
couldn't
so far?
really like hide behind them, really, could they? And I'm not talking about whether
No,
they
not-
get half cover, but more of just, or any kind of cover, but just whether like they can actually.
yeah.
Okay.
I think if even in melee combat, if I were to describe that it was used, it would just be flavor and not mechanics.
Unless someone else has an idea or stops him or does something before he does it, Tarsus is gonna take out a copper coin and throw it over here. I don't know if you see my mouse. Throw it on the pile of refuse in the cave on the west side.
Oh, I got you. So you're just taking a copper piece and kind of chucking it?
Yeah.
I guess roll a dexterity. Give you proficiency. Why not?
That's 20, dirty 20.
30-20. Yeah, it kind of hits almost not like dead center, but pretty close, and just kind of sinks into it. Hit kind of like a particularly squishy section.
I'm gonna take out my mage hand again and just start pushing down on this center area. Just
So like on the dais or the altar?
both. First the dais, then the altar.
Just does what stats? Mage Hand has its own stats for everything, correct?
It doesn't really have a stat block, but it can pick things up that are 10 pounds.
I'm going to cast Guidance on Tarsus.
Okay. You don't have to declare what that's for, right? It's just if you make a check.
Yeah,
If
a
the
creature
nuance
adds
changed.
1d4 to any ability check using the. Oh, it does say chosen skill.
I would say whatever your spellcasting modifier would be the one I would charisma, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, he's just trying to just move things around, push things down, see if there's any sort of like. Obviously, if it's like a
Yeah,
magical
I mean,
effect, it's not going to do anything. But if there's any sort of physical, like I'm thinking like Raiders of the Lost Ark, how, you know, he steps on the wrong space and then or like, you know, weight gets taken from a place and traps get, you know, that kind of thing.
Yeah. I mean, the chains are up there, so you haven't mentioned that, so I'm not going to assume that. But like the altar and the
that would
dais
be
itself.
next, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, there's not much to work with. You're just kind of pushing on what just feels like stone.
Okay. Yeah, I'll kind of pull down on the chains.
Okay. They kind of just seem like dangling chains, and like as you're kind of looking at it, give me an investigation check. Not terribly high DC.
It's a natural 19 on the die, so 20.
Yeah, you kind of get the sense that these chains were used to suspend people above the altar, and based on some of the discoloration, there's a decent chance that it was used to open them up.
I just have a feeling that there's something in here just waiting for us to step in the right place or wherever's most advantageous for it to attack.
I would agree.
Again, we've seen ghosts in the place before, multiple.
Ugh,
Yeah.
ghosts. They're actually
Uh,
worse than hags.
just thinking the same thing. Is the water 2 feet all the way? Is that what it seems like?
Because it's murky, it's impossible to fully tell, but there's no reason not to believe that.
What if I take out my yardstick and
But your sword is probably deep enough or long enough for that. It is a long sword.
it's okay.
All right, boys.
Giggity.
It was nice knowing you.
I'm just gonna walk straight on to the dais.
So you get up onto the dais.
Yep, sword in hand, shield in hand, right onto it.
The chanting rises once more as 13 dark apparitions appear on the ledges overlooking the room. Each one where it was Castiel. Yeah, one appears like right next to Castiel, like creepily right next to Castiel.
Here's the ancient, here's the land.
Each one resembles a black-robed figure holding a torch, but the torch's fire is black, and it seems to draw light into it rather than give light. And where you'd expect to see faces are voids. One must die, they chant over and over again. One must die, one must die, one must die, one must die. And it just continues.
I would walk over here, grapple this cultist, and bring him to here.
Okay, as you try to do that, your hands pass right through it.
I would take my mage hand, which is, I believe, spectral in nature, and try to grab the hand of the cultist with my mage hand.
I love it, but it goes right through.
Tarsus.
I call BS on the laws of magic.
Let's have everybody give me either a religion or insight check. Pick one.
Oh boy.
I love when I roll dice and it smacks into a glass or something. I don't know if you heard
You're
that
just
sound.
about to
that
give
went
me
through.
a check for Aurelion and me.
I got a 2.
You got a 2.
I don't know what's going on.
I got a 24.
I got a 17.
Gar?
I got a gentleman's 5.
Okay. Castiel and Tarsus know that they're expecting you to sacrifice a creature right now on the altar.
I mean, why would we participate in this?
So I'm good just because I'm going to cast Word of Radiance. And what that does is it is a 5-foot emanation from myself, and each creature of your choice that can see it must succeed on a con saving throw or take 1d6 radiant damage. So that would hit the cultist above me and the cultist below me, if it's possible to hit them.
Yeah, so what would Word of Radiance normally look like for Castiel?
It normally just looks like it's, I would say, a not super bright, just like golden sun that almost like just like pulses out real quick. It's not super bright to where it would like blind, but it's definitely almost just like a spherical kind of like a shape that just kind of like bursts around him and then just like glitters out.
Yeah, as you do that, it looks like the torches they're holding almost just like absorb it into the torch, and they're just standing there, void faces. One must die. One must die.
Good.
Tarsus starts to walk out.
Like where? Okay,
Like,
as soon as he
walk
takes a step off of,
Yeah, I figured.
as soon as he,
Where?
once he gets off of the, if you want to be in a different square, let me know. But I'm gonna need everybody to roll initiative.
Yeah. Worth saying, Jake, I did that once before to try to grab the other cultist.
I was thinking about that, but this is what happened.
Okay.
It had to have been
Fair
leading
enough.
with intention.
Fair enough.
That's 11 for me.
Bummer.
Okay.
18 for me.
Natural
Nice.
20 for me.
Nice.
21 total. I'm very initiative focused.
Same.
I'd hope so.
Let me just say that those were very significant, because this pile of refuse now comes alive, and we're going to be starting.
Does he
Starting some
have
combat here.
whatever comes out of this? Does it have the copper coin on its forehead? I need to know.
It's not the forehead as much as it's kind of like in the it's not really like a discernible cheek, but it's up there.
Okay, all right.
But yes, the pile of refuse seems to like come alive, and instead of chanting "One must die," the chant changes to "Lorgoth the Decayer, we awaken thee! Lorgoth the Decayer, we awaken thee!" And it starts to move, and it got an 18 on its initiative, but it definitely has a lower dex than Castiel. So Gar and Castiel get to go before this thing, but the cultists still stand there just chanting. So first up, we've got Gar. This thing starts making a move on your boy.
The token looks like
hate
seaweed.
this one trick. I'm gonna blast at it. That's an 18 plus 6. That's a 24.
Oh
To hit.
yeah. This vibrant eldritch green energy bursts forth from your hand, slamming into this thing.
8 damage.
You can't, can you? Well, I guess you can't push it into a wall, but that could come into play later on.
I don't think I have that.
Oh, you just have the damage one.
I just have the agonizing blast. I don't have the
Gotcha.
forceful one or whatever it is.
All right, that was Gar's action.
Yep. And then I'm just gonna, excuse me, pardon me, excuse me, just, you know, kind of position myself over here.
You go right. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
My turn.
All right. Next up is Castiel.
All right. I'm going to step into the water here. So I don't know if that's going to change anything.
How tall is Castiel?
Not very.
More than 2 feet
Yeah.
tall, though.
Yes, but not by far.
I would just say this.
He is.
I would just say this before you
3'2".
do it.
Oh, okay.
Before you do it, you know that this would count as difficult terrain for you.
Okay. Well, so I have a clear view on him from the ledge here, correct?
Oh, certainly.
Okay. I actually am going to cast Holy Word on him.
Okay. That's the attack one, right?
That's the attack one, the ranged attack one.
Okay.
That is a 14 to hit.
14 misses. Yes, this radiant energy just kind of like tries to spark out from you, and it looks like it tries to grab hold of this creature, and it just kind of dissipates, almost like it shrugs off.
Can I go through the cultists?
Yeah, they seem to be
All right.
either incorporeal or illusory, something.
I'm going to move up here.
Certainly, yeah.
And then I shall end my turn.
All right, that brings us to trouble. So that'd be a fun thing to put on the token. It's kind of like this like large plant creature sort of like, instead of like moving, almost kind of rolls and swirls around in the water around this this pillar or support beam that's right there. 20. And then a large tendril comes out and swings and goes to strike at Tarsus. It's an 18, which I think misses.
A miss, yeah.
Yeah, like seeing the energy blasts from your friends gets you to kind of go, what in the world is going on? And you turn around just in time to get your shield up. Smacks right off of it. It does another one, or tries another one. That's a 21 to hit.
That's a hit.
Okay. Let's see. So we've got 9 bludgeoning.
Damage.
No, 9 bludgeoning plus 5 lightning damage.
Lightning halved.
So that would be reduced to 2 for you. So 11 total.
Tarsus is bloody.
And then 2 other seemingly nope, that's not correct. It has a third attack. It goes after Tarsus. That was something else. But that is a 16 to hit. Yeah, so that's gonna miss. Any bonus actions? No bonus action. Okay. Tarsus, you go.
You said 2 other smaller things. What was that?
He said, never mind.
I said never mind, but I thought there was another ability it could use that it didn't.
Okay. All right. I'm obviously within its reach, right? So, let me ask this question. Gar hit Trouble. What sort of
Yes.
effect did it look like that had on Trouble? Does it look like
Just
like,
the energy slammed into it and
yeah?
kind of like it looked like it damaged it.
Well, like, we've fought beasts, men, monsters, whatever. Does it look like it could just shrug off that kind of thing, no problem, or does it look like it's Mighty Morphin time?
Oh, it doesn't seem to be slowed down or really harmed all that much.
Go on, Castiel, you get out. Go back the way we came.
And I'm gonna take a step closer and try to hit it with my longsword. That's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20 hits.
God dang it, man. That's another 1 on my damage die. I must have made like less than 5 actual hits in this whole campaign, and at least 3 of them were 1s. So that's gonna be 5 total slashing damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna use my bonus action to take the healing potion that we got earlier.
Okay. Yeah, I mean your sword cuts through this thing and it's sapped, right? So now if it wanted to move, it's got 10 less feet. Is that right?
No, sapped would be disadvantage on its next attack roll.
Oh,
Slow is the
I was
javelin.
thinking of slow.
Yeah.
So fair enough. Yeah, so I mean, your sword just chops through this thing, and there's so many of these plants kind of working together. It's like an Avatar where that dude is covered in stuff, and you just slicing through it.
That's exactly what I was imagining.
Yeah.
The swamp waterbenders.
Yeah.
What am I rolling for a regular healing potion? Is it 2d4 plus 4?
2d4 plus 2.
2d4 plus 2, thank you. It's gonna be 7 hit points back.
Okay.
And that ends my turn.
That brings us to the top with Gar.
Okay. Sorry, I'm considering something.
All gets bopped in the edit. Should we take our break now?
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I'd like to chat with you for a second.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, all right. All right. So yeah, we'll do that. We'll take a break and we'll be back in a moment. Here at J&J Tabletop, we're trying to help you get the most out of your games by helping you unlock what works best for you at your table. Whether you're a player or dungeon master, or even play other systems, we'll help you take your experiences to the next level. Subscribe today and get even more out of your games. Our very own Lee, who plays Gar Vochizar, scaled Mount Kilimanjaro, and is as Irish as they come, also has his own YouTube channel dedicated entirely to making D&D fun again. Highly imitated, never duplicated. You will laugh, learn, and enjoy his content, so head to youtube.com/@thiscrits and subscribe today. Our graphic overlays were created by our Dungeon Master Jake at TTRPGoverlay.com. TTRPGoverlay.com is the premier resource for quality D&D and TTRPG actual play graphic overlays. Our overlay packs, like this one, the Gothic Castle, are designed to be simple and enhance your content, which in our opinion is you. Stop by TTRPGoverlay.com today and check out what we've got, including some free examples. Remember, you and your content are special. Our products help everyone see that. We appreciate every kind of support that J&J Tabletop gets. Watching and sharing our videos will always be the primary way you can do that. However, if you enjoy our content, please consider joining our channel as a member. It's a direct way to let us know you believe in what we are doing, and it helps us improve our content. We will be adding to the list of perks we offer as we get ideas, so check back regularly to see what's new.
Don't forget to smash that like button.
We're back from the break. Tarsus just instructed Castiel and Gar to get out while charging forward into trouble, slicing it with his sword. Now, Gar, it's your turn.
Mm-hmm.
What do you do, good sir?
Welp. I'm just gonna... I just tried to move the thing in Discord, not the actual map. I'm going to move my.
I tried to change your volume earlier by right-clicking on it.
Yeah, yeah.
Josh's thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and just, move over here.
You hopping down and onto the dais.
I'm hopping onto the dais.
Dirty rat.
And then I'm gonna cast Wish. No, I'm just...
It's like, hold up, we did not talk about that.
I knew he was.
Our word kill. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'm just gonna Chromatic Orb, because that's all. Actually, no, I'm just gonna cast Eldritch Blast, I think.
Okay.
Or no, Mind Sliver. Screw it. Get slivered, idiot. I need an int save.
Intelligence. Here we come. Okay. This is a good attribute to go after. 11 minus 3 is 8.
Haha. 2 damage.
It's 2 more than
But
you didn't
it's
have.
slivered.
So this is a minus D4 on a next saving throw it makes before you
Yes.
go, right?
Correct.
Okay. So that was a little
That
bit
is
of movement.
My
and
turn.
action. And okay. That brings us to Castiel.
He's getting closer. I am going to cast Guiding Bolt on this bad boy.
Ooh.
So, let's see what we got.
You have inspiration in your pocket still, yes or no?
No, I do not.
Mhm.
Well, I lost the first dice. That
Your
is a
dice
dirty
jar.
20.
Yeah.
Dirty
the
20
first one I
hits.
missed the
Let's
dice
go.
tower that's on the floor. So, all right. I take it that
20
hits.
Heck
Okay.
yeah.
All right. That is 21 radiant damage.
Oh
Nice.
my god.
Oh.
Michael.
That's where all my good dice rolls are stored up in my damage.
Yeah.
I just gotta quit missing.
Okay, so what? Would Guiding Bolt, I'm guessing, would normally look like this brilliant golden energy beam of some kind, or what would it look like normally?
So it actually rains down. It does not come from me. It actually looks like it just literally comes out of the house and just comes straight down on this thing as this
Okay.
just orbish, but it kind of almost has a tail as it just slams
Yeah.
into it from above.
And golden?
Yes.
Like brilliant gold?
Yes.
It
So
okay.
it's a
It looks
recurring
like
theme
a
with Castiel.
tarnished. Yeah, it looks like a tarnished gold. Like it's like the luster on the glow is not there. And instead of like a solid ray, it almost looks like it's like a radiant acid rain just seems to kind of hit, and it has the similar effect. Like there's a tiny little bit of a sparkly outline, but it's everything about it's just a little bit off. But man, did you damage this thing?
And I shall end my turn there.
Are you sure?
I'm actually gonna say, Gar, get out of the room, and end my turn.
Okay. This is interesting. Okay, so the ability I began to describe with these two things kind of reach out and try to grab a hold of Tarsus, and I'm gonna need a strength saving throw, please. He's a pretty strong dude.
He is pretty strong, dude. Strength saving throw would be 16.
A 16 succeeds.
Oh,
It looks like these things, these like rope-like vines reach out to try and grab a hold of his muscles, and he's just kind of like shoving them off and and then it happens again. Oh wait, no, only one attack. So it can do, okay, it can do the other attacks normally against Tarsus. That's only a 13 to hit. This thing is trouble in trouble? How does that work? And then just as it's got all this attention focused on Tarsus, another vine leaps off of its back and tries to reach out and grab Gar.
I bet it hits.
It's a 12.
Sounds like it, no.
No, it still hits. Yeah.
Gosh,
I think it's 12 hits. Yeah. So I was like, hold on.
12 hits. And you didn't even want to wear the chain shirt.
I can't.
I'm just kidding. I know.
I can't wear a chain shirt. God.
I would have weighed him
This
down
could
to
be
the
it for
floor.
Gar. This is
What?
10 bludgeoning plus 7 lightning.
I'm fine. And by fine, I mean probably to the
Oh, that's
extent
right, because
of-
you did get, yes, you did heal.
I am
That's right.
fine to the extent of if I were not fine, I would be just about 2 over not fine.
Tarsus
And this
is
thing
so
actually
mad
is-
at you for not leaving.
And this thing is, so oh no, its speed is the same, but it's going to be right here. Actually, as it kind of just like swirls around Tarsus. Which brings us to
Yeah.
the Blue Dragonborn Paladin.
I'm just gonna yell like, "We're leaving or we're not. Make up your ow! That hurt."
The thing that, like, the appendage that came out and slapped Gar Tarsus.
Yeah.
I imagine that his slash is specifically after that, not for any of the
And because
mechanical
of
effects,
Guiding
but
Bolt, you have advantage.
Thank
Yes,
God,
you do.
because I just rolled
Still works the same, right?
a 10. So. Woo! All right, Guiding Bolt turned my 10 into a natural 20.
Nice.
A natural 20.
A natural
Nice.
20.
Great success.
Good. Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
You rolled another one?
I changed dice so that I wouldn't do this. And I rolled a 1 again. And then I rolled a 2. So
Oh no,
on my
John.
crit,
That's
on my
great.
crit, I deal less than the average damage for my attack. So that's gonna be 7 slashing damage from this.
Okay.
And Tarsus again says, "God, Castiel, get out of here now!" And he's going to, let's go. I guess I was already connected. 5, 10, 15. When do I take an opportunity attack?
He doesn't take it.
He doesn't take it.
Nope.
Yeah, then I would walk right back to it. I call BS. I think the DM is taking liberties here.
Taking liberties?
Say
That's
that
an
his
inside joke
wisdom
between
or
me
his
and Jake.
intelligence was like an 8 or something like that.
As always,
said
the Dungeon
that?
Master has
What?
more information than you do.
I fully a joke for people watching.
I understand. But you feeling it though. I get it.
No, I thought it was 50-50. I'm not feeling it from you. I'm feeling it for these fools not walking out of the room. But that'll end my turn. They're not fools. They're lovely
Okay.
people. Tarsus is just angry.
It takes a lot to make
Okay.
Tarsus angry. Gar, you
So,
go.
Probably, Gar's been serious before with these guys not trusting him. He's never started a conversation just being like serious, like this is how it is, right? So Gar is going to literally yell at Tarsus and say, "Enough with your hero bullshit. We leave or we don't." I'm gonna move away from the mound here ish,
Okay.
I guess, hoping I'm not
Okay.
within range of other my friends. I can't really tell. I'm trying to skirt the difference so I can Arms of Hadar hit this guy.
Okay, is that a
It's a
There's
saving throw.
an overlay? No, but there's overlays.
Oh, can
Was
I
it
put an
10 feet?
overlay on my guy?
Yeah, take the.
Yeah, it's 10 feet.
I think you're good.
Perfect. Okay.
What kind
I'm
of save
gonna-
we got?
Yeah, it's a strength save, but it's got an effect I like.
Okay. Oh, and it's got the minus D4, doesn't he?
It does. It does.
Okay. You know what? That is a 9 minus 2 because of the effect you have. So 7. He failed.
Nice. It can't take reactions.
Ooh. Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, that's juicy.
And it also
And
takes
he takes damage.
it takes 7 damage.
7 damage is not bad.
Yeah. And that's the extent of my plan.
Is it just like a burst? It's this. I might be confusing this with a different one. There's no like darkness or anything too, is there? I think I'm
It says
confusing that with,
tendrils erupt from yourself in a 10-foot emanation.
But it just happens and then it's done, right? It's not like there's a lingering
Yeah, it's a once. Yeah.
cloud of darkness.
It
What am I
can't take reactions
Think of something else.
until the start of my next turn.
Got it.
So it lasts
Okay, so
until
that's
my turn.
5 feet of movement and your action.
Oh wait, no, start of its next turn. Fuck. Okay. Yeah, that's it. Some movement, some action, then I guess I just go up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, a 6. That's where I get to. Oh, where did I go?
I
Where
got
have I
you.
gone?
You moved into
Thank
the fog of war.
I have disappeared.
Okay. So
Yep.
that's it for Gar.
Yep.
Bonus action?
Yeah, I'll take my potion. Yeah.
Okay. And that'll bring us to Castiel.
All right.
Not a lot.
Thank you for tactical retreating. We're not leaving, you dumbass. And I'm going to cast Holy Word on Trouble. That is a 15 to hit.
15 just hits.
Nice.
I don't know, a 15 or 14 missed. All right.
I did. I wanted to not say just missed because I figured that'd be.
Oh, I used up all my damage last one. This is a 1 radiant damage.
Nice.
Using Josh's dice?
Yes. Then my
nice.
bonus action, I am casting Sanctuary on Tarsus.
Nice.
Ooh. That's where if I wanted to attack Tarsus, I got to make a wisdom save, right? Something like
Correct.
that. Ooh. This is an interesting play here, boys.
And then I am going to run out of the room.
You do have, we'll call it 1.5 squares of difficult terrain to get around the corner there, because we like to do diagonals. So instead of, where were you? You were on this cultist square by the stairs?
Yes.
1, 2, 3. So you're at 3 on the space just above the.
Right here, I'm at 3.
That would be 4.
4, okay. 5,
5.
and then 6.
6. Yeah.
All right.
All right.
And then that will end my turn.
Okay. It's gonna try to attack Tarsus. And just a regular wisdom save in order to do it, right?
Just a regular wisdom save.
I don't think that's gonna do it. That's a 10.
That fails.
So does that burn its the
Either
attack, or how does
choose a
that work?
new target or lose the attack or spell.
Okay, so he can't choose another target. So we lost that. But he can. Is it just make attacks, or does it even target him?
It says any creature who targets the warded creature with an attack roll or damaging spell. So if you're
So
making
just
an
be
attack
losing the
roll, I
attack.
wouldn't.
So
If you're
you
making an
guys
attack
roll
roll,
multi-attack.
like,
Yeah. So if the feature is replaces a multi-attack, is it separate instances or is it just one and done? Does it say?
Sanctuary lasts a minute, and it's concentration.
But I'm just saying, like, is it like, oh, now I no longer can? Is it like I could try again and again? Can I try next round? That's all.
I don't
If it doesn't
know.
say, it doesn't say. But
Yeah, it just says until the spell ends, any creature who targets the worded creature with an attack roll or jam must succeed, or choose a new target or lose the attack or spell.
yeah, I think
I would
so.
say
I feel like
do it each
multi-attacks.
time, but
Yeah.
I think this is what happens. This creature's, some seaweed and vines kind of come out and look like they want to, and then like all of a sudden, like this just like it like shakes kind of as it's about to go after Tarsus, and just like shifts back, and it's gonna move out of Tarsus's range.
where is it going?
It's going up.
Yeah.
Because then it would end the effect.
It would end the effect, but it's a free hit. I'm assuming this thing looks fine, too, right?
I think it's starting to look the equivalent of bloodied.
So we got a solid, like, another 40 hit points.
Oh, you just threw. He wasn't going to do it. Now he's going to do it because you said that.
Just so many fun. See, this is the right kind of stress you want in the game.
I know what I should do. Just trying to think of what
I don't know what
Tarsus
you should do.
do.
So I'm impressed you know what you should do.
G, you are you. I'm gonna roll a D100. If it's over 50%, I'm attacking. If it's under 50%, I'm gonna let Sanctuary save the day. Wow. You could think I made this up.
You rolled
69.
Is it 50? Oh, nice.
Nice. And I'm attacking. Sorry, Michael.
Listen, it made him miss an attack on you, which maybe keeps you alive or up this round.
All right, that's a dirty 20.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Nice.
Please, 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 please roll more than a 4. All right, I'll take a 4. 4 is okay. That's going to be 8 slashing damage.
8 slashing. Okay. It's gonna go. Okay, so it can squeeze. So that was 1, 2, and it's gonna squeeze here. 3.
Squeeze.
And because it's squeezing, it has disadvantage on an attack, but it's gonna go after Gar.
Haha, gets squeezed, idiot.
The 14 to hit.
Yeah.
Ooh. That's 6 bludgeoning and 8 lightning.
Uh-huh. And what if I told you I'm unconscious?
I would believe you. So that okay. So then that first attack was against Tarsus. It couldn't redirect it. This was attack number 2. Gar is now down. It's got it's gonna attack Gar again. It's got actually no.
Advantage, disadvantage.
Yeah, it's at least further
It
out.
pulls Gar here. Oh, this is cool. How does unconscious? Let's see. How does unconscious affect strength saves? Automatic.
I think I fail,
I
right?
think you automatically fail
Yeah.
any saves.
Yep. Strength and dex saves you automatically fail. So yeah, Castiel, you turn around, you cast Sanctuary, and you turn and run up. You kind of run past Gar, and then you just hear splashing behind you, and then you just hear Gar kind of go, whoa! His face slaps into the ground, and then you just see his body get dragged and is now fully engulfed inside of this. He's fully engulfed in trouble. I'm gonna hide Gar's token right now.
Does that
And that's
also
gonna
mean
be
that
it.
he's not visible? Like at all?
You can't see Gar right now. No.
Okay.
Not that it matters, but you're also blinded, or you're grappled and you're blinded and restrained. But, and that ends Trouble's turn and brings us back to Tarsus.
All right. No. Tarsus is gonna. I mean, he can't see Gar at all, right?
Nope.
All right.
No, I would argue that you just probably saw a commotion. You probably heard Gar make a sound, and then you heard a thud. But I'm not sure there's much else outside of movement that you would know.
All right. He's gonna drop the portcullis.
Oh, I think that's one of the coolest things I didn't even think of. We're pulling a Luke Skywalker against the Ranker Beast right here. Let's go. Let's go. I get to improvise this. This is great. I'm going to give him, this is a dex check to get out of the way. And he's squeezing, so I'm going to give him disadvantage. What's your spellcasting DC?
Me?
There's no real reason to use that, but I'm just using for something level appropriate.
Yeah. Okay. My charisma is 16. So what does that make it? Like a 12 or 13?
Yeah.
13.
Well,
yeah, 13.
with disadvantage, it's only a 10, so he fails. Woo. Josh, roll me 6d6 damage.
Okay. Also killing Gar. I think.
We don't talk about Gar. No.
if I'm
Not no
being
mo, we
honest,
don't.
Okay.
Oh no.
This is insane.
Gar
All
is
right,
now stressed.
My first 4 dice, we have 10, 11, 16, 22.
Oh. Gosh, this is getting good. Yeah, the portcullis drops right into this beast, and there's like these 3 kind of like prongs that just, and you can tell it doesn't like land fully into fully hit the ground, but the creature sort of like flattens out a bit. And there's nothing that says that the person in there is going to take damage, but yeah, you don't know what happened yet. I do, but this thing looks like it's had better days for sure. So we'll say it actually, the book does say using that as specifically an action, so that's some of your movement and your action.
Okay, cool. I think I'm gonna. I don't even really know what. I'm gonna kind of like back off towards this corner for a moment. Does anything happen when I move?
It's gonna try and get you.
Okay, that's. I guess that is what it is. I did it. So.
Yeah. Bad roll. That's an 11 to hit.
It's a miss. But that would end. Yeah, that'll end my turn. You know, I'm sorry. I'm gonna use my bonus action, just do 1 hit point of lay on hands on myself, because
Okay.
God forbid.
And now you're
Alright.
tip-top shape.
No, I'm not tip-top shape. But if he deals, if he dealt 16 points of damage to me, and I had the opportunity to
Be at 17.
stop that from killing me, yeah. But my turn's over.
Okay. Gar, you can mark off a death saving throw because you started your turn engulfed. And between Castiel and Tarsus, you just see kind of like sparks of light inside this creature. And Tarsus, you're very familiar with lightning, and you just see like sparks kind of go all across the water as this stuff kind of just happens because he's still kind of submerged in it a little bit. And I need you to roll a death save as well.
Oh. Yeah, it's a failure.
Come on.
What do you want me to do?
Come on, Gary, it's a race.
Flop a hand out or something.
It's a race. Wow. Rocky wins. Oh. Wow.
All right, that brings us to Castiel.
Does this thing look pinned at all?
I would say based on the way it's moved before, you feel like it could just like slither around like spaghetti moving through a strainer, kind of, like it kind of could,
Alright.
or not through a strainer, but like through a whisk.
I'm gonna cast Holy Word on it. DMs hate this one simple trick.
They sure do.
Wow, Gar's
That is a
already
15
take his
to hit.
thing. What the hell?
15 hits, as we've established before.
Somebody's not around to say it anymore, so. And that is 6 radiant damage.
6 radiant. Okay. This thing definitely looks like it's seen better days, but it's still going. What square did you start at? Just so I know.
Here.
Okay, you're good.
Yeah.
No, I also took the opportunity anyways. You're good.
All right, and I'm gonna end my turn there.
Okay.
Oh,
I should have gone one more, but
Okay, it's gonna move forward. Actually, still squeezing.
gosh dang it. I knew you were going to do that.
3, 4, 5, and 6.
yeah, I should have moved one more.
How much
My
movement
fault.
does this thing have when squeezing? Oh my god.
Well, I mean, it used up all of its.
No, I
this
know.
thing,
I
yeah.
know.
I mean, it's gonna come back for you
out
because
comes
I'm
it-
dead.
I'm mad at
Out comes the
myself.
tendril.
Jake. That's it. I'm mad at
Out comes the
myself.
tendril. Fair enough. No. That's a 23 to hit.
It hits.
Now we can't use inspiration to change their roll, right? I know they made changes
Like a luck
to,
point. No.
Yeah. Okay.
Well, that's 10 bludgeoning plus 5 lightning.
Doesn't matter. I'm down.
I should have stayed within its reach.
All right.
Players hate this one simple trick.
I do. And it pulls you 1 square closer. Oh no, boys. Makes another attack. Does 17 hit?
Yep.
Make sure you
Mark
bully
off
Jake in
2.
the comments for cheating.
He's got a 3rd attack.
He sent us in here knowing that we were level 2 and didn't stay. in
And I'm
check.
dead.
24 to hit.
And then he colluded with Gar to bring us here.
Eluded
Did.
with me.
He
It's
Colluded
the
with
reason you
Gar.
fucks made it this far. I don't want to hear it.
Hey, what?
Oh no. What happens? Let's give Castiel a moment here. What's going through Castiel's mind as he does his word of radiance, he runs away.
I should have moved
then-
5 feet further. I had it.
That's
what was in his head.
that's what Castiel's thinking. Okay.
I miscalculated the distance
Yeah.
because he wanted to make sure if he could,
Yeah,
he
so-
could get back. If it went after Tarsus. But
Yeah. But yeah, just these rope-like vines and seaweed kinds of things just wrap around his legs and just start constricting him like a boa constrictor and zapping him with lightning. And his little gnomish body is on the ground with some smoke rising from it as he has died. So that's it for trouble. Brings us back to Tarsus.
I'm gonna metagame a little bit and just stay where I'm at and ready in action to throw a javelin as soon as I see trouble. Unless you tell me I shouldn't metagame, in which case I'll probably use my action to open the portcullis. So I'll leave that up to you.
With everything that's going on, I think you can make whatever choice you feel is appropriate. I think Tarsus, the situation is tense and it's all about survival here.
Yeah, then that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna stay where I'm at, hold my action. As soon as I see trouble,
yeah,
I'll throw something at him. Actually, I am gonna move right here. Yeah, I'm gonna move right there. Same thing, just from a different location.
Okay. Yeah, that works. So that is going to be the end of Tarsus's turn.
Yes.
Gar, you are still in the belly of the beast, and you take damage at the start of your turn. And you have passed away. And Trouble now moves forward or moves back towards its home. You got 5, 10, 15, 25, 30. Yeah, so you want to shoot your javelin?
Yeah, if I can. And I would
Absolutely.
say...
Which I think it's got advantage because it's squeezing.
Okay, cool. Okay, it's at least a 19. Yeah, actually, it's 2 19s, so it's a 19.
That's a hit.
And that's going to be 6 piercing damage.
Okay.
And it's slowed.
Okay. That was its action. And now it is slowed. It's going to dash, and it's got swim speed. And it moves forward 1 square thanks to the slow. And now Tarsus, you go.
As cheesy as this is, I think that's what I have to do right now. I'm going to throw another javelin at it.
I'm still going to consider it squeezing.
Okay, first throw is a 10. Let's see if we can do better. Second one is a natural 20.
Nice.
Yeah, come on, let's go.
Oh man. Let's see if we can do better in the damage this time. All right, first one is a 5 on the die. Second is a 1, so that's okay. So that's
the ceremonial one.
That's that's gonna be a 10 piercing.
It had 2 hit points left.
No way.
Tarsus, how do you want to do this?
Yeah, I mean, in Tarsus's mind, Gar and Castiel finally listened to him, and they got away. So
Yeah, why wouldn't he?
he like, you know, he kind of like he's very light on his feet. He's almost does like a spin as he throws this, picks up the other one, throws it right after. I mean, like 2 throws within seconds of each other, and I feel like he hits it right on the coin, and the coin with a natural 20.
Yeah.
In my opinion, the coin flips up in the air, and he catches it.
Tarsus catches the coin.
If you'll allow it, or I'll roll for it. If you want.
No, after what you guys just went through, heck yeah. You're the last man standing right now.
And he's just, and he kind of he swords back out, looks around his surroundings. Are the cultists still singing and chanting or doing anything?
That's a good point. So actually, they all
what have I done?
They all attack you.
they all attack you. They all shoot energy beams at you. No,
That's our coin.
actually, as soon as this thing drops, it's like pin drop silence. Once you catch the coin and like the water moving, there's no chanting. You can see normally again. Those like light sucking torches are gone. The cultists are gone. The only thing you hear is just a little like dripping from different parts of the plant that's out of it hitting the water. And it's just quiet.
No mama, no papa, just Ransakari. It's my second Master of Disguise reference this episode. Tarsus will shout out,
Castiel, Gar, we did it. He's down. The cultists are gone.
and he'll start slowly, wading through, moving over. He'll kind of just move like one of the tendrils just to make sure that this thing is actually dead before he opens the portcullis.
Yeah. And as you move one of the tendrils, you see Gar's face. There's water kind of like in his mouth, a vacant expression. His eyes are wide open, and he's not moving.
No.
And he'll open the portcullis and pull Gar's body out from the mess of plants.
Yeah.
And try to do CPR on him, get the water out of his lungs.
Yeah, I mean, we both know it's not going to work.
Yeah. And he does the Hollywood, like.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't you die on me, you bastard! It was supposed to be a hag. Castiel.
There's no sound returning.
And Tarsus will put Gar over his shoulder and slowly.
And that's where the X right there is where you see Castiel's body facing. His face is away from you, kind of. He's almost looks like he's wrapped around the pole there, but he's not moving, and there's some smoke kind of still coming off of his body.
He will gently put Gar's body down and kind of like lean him up on one of the pillars or the wall, just like anything. If his eyes are still open, he'll close his eyes. He'll just kind of go very slowly up to Castiel.
Castiel. No. We're both supposed to leave.
He knows it's not going to do anything. But he's going to put a hand on Castiel's forehead and use one of his points of lay on hands.
If you don't have inspiration, you do again.
Thanks. I hadn't used mine from earlier, but thank you. And he would do the same to Gar too, so he's got no more play on hands.
I would say it doesn't have anything to grab hold of, so you still have it.
Oh,
Like there's no life to give it to.
somehow that's worse.
Oh no.
Yeah. What's the general feeling of the house right now? Is the house still obviously like sad and somber, but like is this
Like physical changes?
does anything feel cleansed? We went in, we did what we sought out to do. Like I think we went in every room except for the well.
What are you using for a light source? Or are you just going dark vision right now?
Just dark vision.
Okay.
Unless I felt like I had a need for a torch in which I would, light
No,
a torch.
I think it makes sense that you might be just now considering lighting one, if there was a point. So, I mean, maybe it's like quieter, but it's still got that like goosebumps on the back of your neck. I don't think that works maybe necessarily on a dragonborn, but that evil feeling is just still hanging in the air, but there's no chanting, so there's like a quiet to it that's just, I don't want to tell you what Tarsus is feeling, but I can't imagine he doesn't feel lonely.
He feels anger. He feels guilt. He feels responsible for this. And in a way, in his mind, there's he's had a hand in everyone's death. Aurelion died because he had to jump in and save Tarsus. Castiel and Gar were kind of ready to burn the place down or leave, and Tarsus is the one who said, who kind of walked back into the building first. So even if they all decided on that, he feels responsibility. Yeah. So he's just gonna pick up both their bodies and start the very slow walk back.
Yeah. The good news is Castiel is very, very much not very heavy. So you could probably double fireman carry both of them, because Gar isn't even a very physical person either. For a medium-sized creature, he's probably fairly light. But yeah, you're just, what are you doing as far as pathing and how? What's your intention? Just to walk up back to
get out of the building. So go all the way back up to the top.
Yeah. I'll move your token over back to the attic.
Okay.
I got you over here. So you get back to the top of the stairs, and you notice in I'll put a little ping. This here is a door, right? Not a door, sorry, a window.
Yeah.
And instead of it being just like it was previously, like just a glass pane, you now see bricks on the exterior of it.
Okay.
And then
okay.
as you kind of take a step, or maybe half a step forward, or just kind of pause to take that situation in. I feel bad doing this. You hear just some kind of sound that's fairly close.
What kind of like, what does that sound like to me? Is there
Just
anything
like a-
recognizable at all? Does it sound like a beast? Does it sound like a breathing?
I think those could be reasonable thoughts. I don't want to just tell you. It sounds very rhythmic, maybe too perfectly rhythmic to be something alive, potentially.
Okay. So Tarsus would take both of the bodies.
Yeah.
I know this is all like kind of like covered furniture. Is anything like a bed or a chair or anything like that? Or a table?
So the next thing that happens
Cool.
is you take a step forward there. The sound is definitely coming from your left, and a quick glance over your shoulder, and the door is not there anymore, but you see scythe blades going through the door. And then you start to smell an odor, and you turn and look in the oven right there. There's like a smoke that's starting to billow out of it.
Okay.
I think it's fair to... It says to use... We could do initiative and go back into combat, but there's only one of you, so... We'll think in combat terms here.
Sure. So at where this door was, there are now scythe blades going back and forth. Okay.
Correct.
And where is the smoke coming from?
This is
literally right there.
It's right next to you, yeah, like where the fireplace, or it's like a stove, I think.
Is there a fire?
It doesn't like look like there's a fire. It's like a stove, so I guess maybe there might be a little glass front, but you don't see.
Okay.
In game mechanic terms, you have one turn before the smoke will start to envelop at least your space. So if you want to move, you can. You want to, however you want to handle that, feel free.
So it seems like a magical smoke. What is this furniture around me? Like, what's the closest thing to me that, like, right there, in that corner?
I actually forget if you guys took off all the sheets. You might have.
I feel like we did, but like, even if we didn't, like, does it?
Let's say it's a rocking chair.
Okay. What happens if I slide this rocking chair to the door, to the sides, and just give it like just a one hand, move the rocking chair into the sides,
or even like just shove it with your feet, kind of like a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good question. Let's see here.
So in my head, the reason why I want to do that is, to me, that's going to tell me the speed and the force, or at least get an idea of it for the sides. Like, is that going to rip apart this wood? Is it not that strong? Is it going to jam it and then give me a chance to run through it? Or,
I love the creativity here.
I assume it's unsuccessful, but just learning.
Well, yeah, I understand. It hits into it, and it's a fairly sturdy rocking chair. It kind of crunches into it, and it looks like that one might be stuck. You still may have difficulty navigating it without touching the blade, but it's no longer like like a thing like that you have to try and time or think of. But in game mechanic terms, that will definitely help trying to get through.
If I think I could get through reasonably, I'm not going to say easy, because I don't think that's a fair question or fair statement for me to give you. But if I think a reasonable person would make that attempt, I would try to get
unreasonable circumstances. So
yeah.
I'm not sure
does
how
it-
to answer that.
Does it seem like a fool's errand to try to get past this still?
I mean, there's a bricked up window going back in the dungeon, smoke filling the room, and that's the only exit.
Yeah.
Oh, you tell me.
This is annoying.
That is very fair.
You don't like your solo mission?
Yeah, I don't I don't like being the guy.
Tarsus soloed the death house.
I will I'll go down. I'll go back.
You going
Just
back
say-
into the dungeon?
Back into the dungeon.
Okay.
Say the only way out is through.
Yeah. Where do you go in the dungeon?
I'll just go to the bottom of the stairs for now.
Okay.
Forget where that is. Up here. Right.
Here, I'll move your token.
All right. Tarsus would know this. Josh doesn't remember.
Yeah.
We looked into the well. What did we?
Aurelion
what-
did, and there
Just
was
Aurelion.
water. I think he reported. He was pretty. Nooch was very specific, saying he would do that.
All right. How? What material are those caskets made of?
Stone.
Okay.
Well,
How
yeah.
how heavy is just the top of one?
Tell me what you're thinking.
All right. I'm thinking I'm gonna drag one of those up the stairs, slide that in for the scythes, and then I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to get out.
It's while carrying.
No, I would leave them
Gar-
at the bottom if I'm gonna do that, and I
Okay.
would come back for them though. And the smoke might make this impossible. I recognize that. This
Well-
is just
No, I understand. You have the smoke hasn't, at the very least, hasn't gone down. If you wanted to try and get one of these stone things up there, it will take some work. It is a very, very cramped
yeah. No, I would.
circular staircase. I mean, I'm not going to tell you no, but that would be quite the effort.
I apologize to the viewers. My capture is my only view of the map, but I need to look at it for player reasons. So
There's nothing wrong. I think that's part of the content. So what are you thinking? If there's anything you missed?
that is exactly my thought. I figured that there might be something still in that room with trouble, but it just was not at all a concern of Tarsus's. He doesn't want anything to do with this place anymore.
Mhm. I don't blame him.
But I don't think there's anything. I think we went down every hallway.
Yeah, I will say you certainly did not search every room or like touch everything, but you have been in. I mean, unless there's secret doors or something like that, you certainly have seen the whole map.
I'll bring the boys back into Trouble's room
Okay.
and just take a quick peek around.
Okay. Yeah, we'll leave your token up there for now.
Anything?
What are you looking for?
Looking
and how long
for.
Do you want to stay?
How long do I want to stay? Oh God, I know what that means. I
Just
would
a
just
question.
look to this cave area.
Yeah.
Anything over here? Is there any sort of like exit? Does it look like, or it's just now empty?
It's just now empty. I mean, it stinks. You know, it's refuse. I mean, it's
Okay.
yeah.
All right, I'm gonna bring the boys back upstairs, and we're gonna try to get out through that scythe area.
Okay, I'm gonna move your token there for you.
How bad's the smoke?
The smoke has now filled the room, but isn't going into the staircase. As if magically
It's protected.
not following the laws of physics.
Yeah. Okay. I'm still gonna do it. I mean, if I walk out and immediately like take some sort of crazy magic, con save damage from the smoke, then I don't know, maybe we'll do something different. But if it's just smoke,
Okay. So you kind of feel yourself and you burst forward and you're going to just try and quickly move through and then around the scythe. Okay. Very simple. Give me an acrobatics check.
acrobatics.
Mm-hmm.
My friends, it's not often that Jake calls for an acrobatics roll. It's a 13.
13. I will tell
I do have
you.
inspiration.
I will tell you. Because of the rocking chair move you did, you were able to deftly. You kind of just pictured it in your mind's eye. You're like, all right, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna jump. I'm gonna turn. I'm gonna slide. And you just slide through somehow. Car's head kind of hits the door. The door thing a little bit, but
What the hell?
but Castiel is, he's much smaller, and you are now on the other side here, and we'll say that starts a new turn for you.
Still smoky?
The smoke is doesn't look like it's passing where that was, but you notice the doorway in front of you has the sides again. And then you hear that sound throughout, just like what you saw in the door you went through.
Mm-hmm.
But the door in front of you there, and then where you saw the two children, their room, it looks like you see metal flying that way too.
So like every doorway, it seems like there's...
At the very least so far, yes.
Okay. All right. If I walk over to this way, I'm not going to walk through the doorway.
Another doorway, another blades, and you see smoke at that doorwell.
Okay. Is this smoke so thick that I can't see into the room?
Correct.
Okay. All right, that's a bummer. But, all right. Okay. I'm playing the inventory game. Is there anything? I mean, is it one scythe or two in each doorway?
Unclear. At the very least, you never see more than one at a time.
Okay. All right. Well, I'm gonna try to leave. So
Okay,
it might be a dumb thing to do, but
that one also has the sides in it.
okay. And one more question too.
Yeah.
This room on the top left, this little bedroom area, also filled with smoke, so I can't see.
Yes, that's true.
Okay. All right.
But the kids' room was not.
Kids' room was not.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I missed that.
That would be because I didn't say it. So don't feel bad.
anything of note in here? It looks the way we left it.
It looks the way you left it.
Okay. What is this in the corner?
That is, I believe it's a toy chest.
Okay.
You got the model of the house on the bottom left of the room, and then a couple of beds, and obviously the two skeletons.
All right. I'm gonna gently lay the two bodies right here, right outside the door.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm gonna slide the bed out. Position it so that it's right. I'm gonna position the bed so it's right here.
You're gonna put Gar on it and shove it through the door.
I'm gonna.
Yep.
I'm going to pick up the two bodies again.
Yep.
And then push the bed in the way of the sides.
Yeah.
What happens?
Very similar to what happens with the rocking chair. The scythe just kind of like kind of lands into it, thunk, thunk, and it looks like it wants to keep going, but then just kind of stops.
And I'm gonna
And we're
take
gonna
that
have a
moment.
very similar effect.
I'm gonna try to get right through it if I can.
Yep, give me another acrobatics check.
16.
16. You are able to get through, and this time you didn't even bump Gar's head.
Nice. I'll continue my way down. That gets us to the 3rd floor, right?
3rd floor, yes, I will put you where your token is.
Thank
you. Yeah, you would, if you go down the steps, and if you recall, there's the square below you was where that secret door was.
Mm-hmm. Are there sides here?
No sides, no smoke.
Oh,
But every window you have seen thus far is bricked
brick
up.
wall. Yeah. This house is a freaky house.
Yeah.
I am going to. I'll walk out, obviously, and then I want to go to this balcony area.
There's sides with the door.
There are sides there. Okay, but
Yeah.
I can see out it.
Sort of, yeah. Rhythmically, you know.
Yeah.
Behind,
But is
yeah.
is there brick or is it outside?
No, there's not. It looks like there's the fog like you had seen. Maybe it's closer, maybe.
Okay. What is this door to the east look like?
So above you, it looks like the other doorway.
Sides, then.
Yes.
Okay. Can I see into the stairway, or is it too difficult with the sides?
No, I think you could, you kind of just time it.
Does it look like there's sides in the stairway too?
There does not. Give me an intelligence check, please.
12. Well, actually, maybe slightly more than 12. 13.
13. Okay. All right, keep going. That's great, but
Okay. That the bed I don't think is gonna fit without significant effort, but this little like wardrobe thing.
yeah, you want to do what you've been doing? Slide it in
Yeah.
there.
That's exactly
Yep.
what I'd like to do.
Similar thing. This one maybe took a little bit more damage than some of the other stuff, but I'm gonna give you a benefit on your check, just like you had.
That's an 11. I do have inspiration.
Do I have
Sounds
to
like
tell
maybe
you
I
if you
should use
succeed
it.
first. Do I have to tell you
Huh?
if you succeed?
I know they changed heroic inspiration, but I honestly have not paid a lot of attention.
Let me do a
to-
quick Google for you all.
Thank you.
You guys ready for the solo campaign where we do another 60 episodes of me and you?
Have you guys watching Josh and me play D&D?
I mean, isn't that what's gonna happen? Now I'm just here for
It's
the
so fun
for the ride.
Have
Jane
heroic
invited us all to
inspiration.
watch them play D&D.
You can expend it to re-roll any die immediately after rolling it, and you must use the new. It doesn't say you know the outcome first.
Okay.
Okay.
I should probably use it, even though it might not matter. I think the 11 was probably okay, based on the smirks, but I'm gonna do it anyway.
If I tell
And
you,
that was. I have to
It
use the new
removes-
roll.
That's what it says. Yeah.
That was an 8.
Oh,
okay. Yeah, this one you're not so deft with. Not too bad. You took 6 slashing damage as you went through.
Okay. How are the bodies?
You gonna use them as
Sushi.
meat shields?
No. No,
I'm just kidding.
I would do the opposite.
You're trying to protect them, yeah.
Yeah.
They're doing okay. You took the damage, not them. Yeah.
Okay.
So you get through. You're on the other side. You see the bits of the armor on the ground like you had. Even a quick glance, you see a broom that is now cut in two, laying on the ground instead of hit the door. And every door you've seen has the sides.
Go down the stairs.
Okay. Come down to yep. And yeah, you could. This just keeps going down. You can get all the way down to the first floor here.
Same,
if you want.
Same thing though. Every doorway has the sides.
Yes. Yeah. There's no change.
Yeah. Gosh. And then there's two to get out.
Yep.
Can I take like 10 minutes to just center myself and take a short rest? Is that all right?
To get the benefits of a short rest.
That's the question. Yeah. I mean, you don't obviously you know whatever makes sense.
I don't think there's any part about this that would be restful enough to make it count.
That's fair. I'm gonna I hate this. I'm gonna take the potion from Castiel. I don't think he used his healing potion, and I'm gonna use it.
Say sorry, buddy.
He ain't using it right now. You can get your full all 10 because of
Oh yeah.
the way we do.
Yep, forgot about that. I'm not usually on the receiving end of that. Okay. I'm gonna run back up the stairs, grab one of the suits of armor,
Okay.
and put it in the doorway.
Okay. Tarsus is doing his thing. Yeah, very similar to like what's been happening, except for it looks like it keeps the blade kind of in the middle of it. Effectively, you're just lowering the DC of the check.
Yeah. That's an 8 again.
Okay.
Give me some damage, baby.
Oh man.
That was a little more. That was 11 slashing damage.
I would have been dead if I didn't
Oh,
take that
that
healing
potion.
Gosh. All right.
And there's one more.
Yeah, one more, and I have nothing this time. All right. It's either meant to be or it's not meant to be. I will use my last 2 points of lay on hands
Mm-hmm.
to get myself up to 11. And yeah, I'm just gonna try to get through it, and then I'll find
Try and
out that
time
I
it.
can't travel through the
Figure it out.
I know you're only ever supposed to have one inspiration at a time, but I had one, and then you said if you don't have inspiration, you can take. I'm just kidding. Let's roll and see what happens.
Let's see what happens. We can do it. We can do it. Come on.
That's a 19.
A 19?
19. Yeah.
Okay.
It's worth saying too. I don't have a bonus to Dex, so everything has just been a straight
It's
roll.
just a straight roll. Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's so much worse.
We let the
Or
fate
better.
decide, eh?
Or better, depending on how you look at it.
Oh, I'm happy I didn't know it. Yeah.
Yeah. This one, you have nothing to block it. You're like, okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm gonna jump. Okay, 1, 2, I'm gonna jump. Oh, I'm gonna jump. Okay.
Whoosh.
And you figure, here it goes, and you do a little tumble move, and you get to the edge of this here.
No, I don't, Jake.
You get to the edge of this right here, and there's just fog in front of you.
Am I not able to go through the fog?
You can go through the fog if you want. It's just the fog is there, and I didn't want to assume that.
Oh no, I'll go through the fog. If it kills me, the fog kills me. But I certainly wouldn't let it stop me. Before he walks through the, I think Tarsus would stand there for a moment, just say,
All this way just to get stuck at the door. Well, it is what it is. Gar, I never trusted you, but I didn't dislike you. Castiel, I think we would have been great friends.
as he begins to walk into the fog, he will start to recite his oath and just say,
I vow to be a light where shadows creep. I vow to protect laughter, to shield the joyous, to bring freedom where chains remain. I vow to dance in defiance of sorrow, to raise my voice in songs of hope, and to never let despair have the final word. Where others fight in fury, I fight with love. Where others march in order, I dance in grace. Where others stand solemn, I will laugh, for joy is my duty, and I shall wield it well.
and he smiles and just walks into the fog.
Oh. You walk into the fog. It almost... The way I kind of imagine this is as you're reciting your oath, it's like the fog seems to want to part and give you space to be. And you take a couple steps in, another, and another, and then darkness. You don't see anything. It's cold. There's void. And in your mind, you hear... Welcome to Barovia. And that's where we'll end this chapter.
What? Oh, come on.
Curse of Strahd versus the Amen.
That's not fair.
Amen.
Oh my god.
You guys are gonna learn what happens before they do, but on that note, I'd love to hear some theories because I am going to be twisting this a bit to be my Barovia, my Curse of Strahd run. And as far as content goes for J&J in terms of actual play, we are now going to be transitioning back to Eve of Ruin, and Josh is going to be running a chapter there before we pick this up again. So let me know what you think is going on.
Do I have to? Can we just continue next week?
It's going to be a great chapter after this one. I can just feel it in my boots. I don't know why.
Oh my
So,
goodness.
with that, if you obviously you've caught up here if you're watching this, but if you haven't checked out Eve of Ruin, I would highly encourage you to do that. It's been a lot of fun so far. You get to watch me be a player. I play Milo, little halfling wizard boy, and yeah, don't forget to go to youtube.com/@thiscrits. Give Lee some love. Gar had a rough day, so you can at least subscribe to his channel. And most importantly, don't forget to be kind to one another, even if you disagree with them, because that actually makes the world a better place, and we can all do that. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.